We are back with overtime coming up at Super Bowl 58. You might be wondering, just strategically, since each team is guaranteed a possession, do you want the football first?
It's a very tough one because you always want to be like, well, I want to be able to go for it on fourth down and know what it is, right? If I have to score, get a field goal, that's an advantage. However, if my defense is very tired and I just got off the field, I might want to give them a break. Those are the two things that you're thinking in that moment because there's no conditions indoors that matter.
Butker will force him to start from the 25.
Thought your last drive was big?
Yeah.
He's done it in the playoffs, back-to-back games. They were down big to Detroit. He's shown he can do it. Can he do it a third time?
Well, you saw it. His only other career overtime game was in this very stadium on New Year's Day a year ago.
You got to get your best players to football. If you're trying to win the Super Bowl or if you're going down, McCaffrey, Kittle, Debo's moving out, but quick screen.
Debo 5 yards off the line when they snap it. Here's Purdy's pass. Almost intercepted, was it? Oh, it bounced around. Bolton has it in his hands.
The Chiefs players aren't all jumping up and down.
Oh, they know it hit the ground.
They would know.
Bolton, who, of course, had a touchdown return last year in the Super Bowl against Philadelphia, coming close to making another gigantic play.
This is a very... I mean, that's a great throw in that spot, but it's not worth the price of the yards. And that could have ended the game right there, because you know Butker's making that kick.
Oh, that was right there for the taking for Bolton.
You're going to get man-to-man, and you're going to get outside leverage, so you're going to have guys help. One safety here, another one's going to be a rat player inside. They're all going to force him here. Someone's got to figure out how to win inside and across the field.
Flag first.
False start. Offense number 11. 5-yard penalty, still second down.
Ayuk will take him back to a 2nd and 15.
Well, it's genius by Snead on the other side who's guarding him. He moves like he's going to, press jam him right away, and he falls for it. Snead has turned into an incredible corner.
4 false starts today for the Niners.
Watch him move. He's going to pretend like and that's what he felt.
2nd and 15. As Debo looks back for it, and they underhand toss it to McCaffrey, but Chris Jones was right there. Tried to duck under him, but got only 2. Now you've got 3rd and long coming up for the 49ers.
They had a great play design on. The difference, though, is Chris Jones, they're so tired up there that he never moves out of his spot, and that allows him. And now he knows this is Chris Jones' time right here. This is hard, Jim, because I'm always like, you got to protect the ball. You got to be smart. Not here. You got Mahomes on the other side. I'm being aggressive. Buy time and fire something in with the Super Bowl on the line, Purdy.
Let's see what Spags is sending here. They got to get up to the 35 for a first. As Purdy takes it, drops back, throws, knocked down. It just came out of his hand, I think, a little awkwardly. Horn was moving forward.
Well, there's a penalty. This is on the Chiefs, I think. They were holding it. Looked like no one could tell.
There's a flag down at the 38-yard line.
That's a huge difference from punting or getting a first down for the Super Bowl.
Ruling on the field is an incomplete pass. Prior to the pass, holding. Defense number 22. 5-yard penalty, automatic first down.
They got the first team all-pro corner, McDuffie, and that takes the Niners out of a punting situation.
And guess who it is that got it? Jennings, who's having the game of his life, and creating that move to get McDuffie off balance is why. And that's a good call right there.
The first penalty on the Chiefs since the second quarter. And, Gene, you can't quibble with that call.
No, you can't, Jim. That's a whole great inside release by Jennings, and he got held. Good call.
At the 27.
On the ball, right? 3 passes there.
There it is. The toss it, McCaffrey. Looking and tackled down after about 3, maybe 4.
It's so hard to stay committed, especially in these big moments, to running a football, Jim, because you know if defenders want to just bring it, they can all just bring it, and they can actually make it very difficult on you. As you're trying to block them, they go around you, get through you, and it's effort. But you got to do it here. I don't know why. It just feels like they're just a little tired. And do something similar. Get it outside. Jet sweep. Something moving out wide.
There you see that compact, congested offensive front on 2nd and 7. And it's going to McCaffrey again.
I love it.
He's 3 yards short of a first.
Exactly right there.
Tranquil, one of those in on the tackle. And by the way, Kittle's been out, and he's going in to the locker room. Big weapon to lose at this point. My goodness.
I mean, that changes how I'd call it on defense. Now, in this one, it's short yardage. 3rd and 2. I'm in 4-down territory on offense. As long as I don't lose yards, I'm going for it. I'm not letting Mahomes dictate to me 100%. Andy Reid, Kyle Shanahan. Get some motion. Bring Ayuk across, fake it, and bring him back.
Charlie Warner comes in for Kittle. Right up on the near side. 3rd and 2. As Purdy flings it. Got to first. Ayuk.
This is one of the best route runners I've told you over and over. But the motions that Kyle Shanahan is creating, the stack, he's creating my best route runner on a safety, Mike Edwards. He doesn't have to go against Snead or McDuffie. That has been such a secret to this game. Unbelievable by Kyle Shanahan to get that advantage.
3rd catch for Ayuk. 11 yards for number 11. Now they have the football at the 46. Go back to McCaffrey. He's still driving right to midfield. Evan Washburn, to you.
Jim, it's a shoulder injury for George Kittle. He remains in the locker room. Right shoulder injury for George Kittle, guys.
Again, Shanahan trying to deliver this franchise a record-tying 6 Super Bowl victories to tie Pittsburgh and New England for the most. It'll be their first in 28 years. Sean Purdy watching his son. Well, he's going to close his eyes.
That's more nervous than Purdy. Brock is. It's too much almost. He's got to close his eyes.
2nd and 6. The son in trouble.
Oh, what a play.
Flings it to McCaffrey, and he gets past Edwards. High stepping and pushed out by Snead.
What a play. I know when we started this week, you heard me talk about Brock. We heard about game manager. I said, watch his spatial awareness. His ability to use leverage and to get places and get through progressions as fast as anyone in the National Football League. None bigger in his entire life than that right there, Jim.
Look who's back, Kittle. He's trying to let everybody know he wants to play.
Not much time to play the rest of this year left.
It was the longest play of the game for the 49ers, 24 yards. Back to McCaffrey. McCaffrey picking up another chunk to about the 18 with Conley throwing a big block.
I can remember all those years that Terrell Davis toss that Mike Shanahan, the dad of Kyle Shanahan, would run. Instead of just handing off the zone, it's a toss, similar type play. And Terrell Davis flows up, cuts back. McCaffrey looking just like that, and they would wear opponents down, and they would go to it late. Happening here today.
This drive's taken over 5 minutes.
And your defense has gotten rest.
Mitchell is the running back on 2nd and 2. Mitchell going to the outside with a stiff arm and got first. Got a flag down.
Offense number 9. 10-yard penalty. Repeat 2nd down.
One of the backup tight ends, Willis, is called for this. Kittle comes back
I was going to say, he wishes he was in the play before because
no kidding.
Willis wouldn't have been in. Would have been Werner and Kittle, and right there, that's as costly a penalty as you can have when you get a holding. And that's the guy in for Kittle.
Wow. Yeah, this penalty will force the Niners to retreat to nearly the 29-yard line. 19 is usually a pretty winning hand here in this city, but tonight it only played.
The only way you're winning is to bust and get 22.
Yeah, that's right.
You got to lay it on the line right now.
Bust to win. Trying to settle the push. Second 12. Pretty. Had time and then had to go outside. Now throws. What a play. Chiefs thought he didn't catch it. Juszczyk is the receiver.
Who's a fullback who gets away on the edge from Snead, by the way, who's guarding him man-to-man.
Oh, he didn't take it to the ground, Gene.
Yeah, Jim, what I'm looking at is he's going to the ground as he possesses. Now what you've got to look at is he takes 2 steps. Is the reaching for the first down considered the football move? If it is, then it's not incomplete. That's how they ruled that. And let's realize that the reviews are upstairs.
They're not even going to stop play and look at it again. 13 yards picked up on 2nd and 12, and they got a new set of downs. McCaffrey back in. McCaffrey driving. He's down to about the 8.
Wow, and staying committed to the run has been the difference here and having like one play. But let's go back to Purdy for a second, Jim. That was all Brock Purdy getting that ball. And then Juszczyk finishing it off. But Gino, you know this. Once he created the football move with the 2, then it's okay.
Exactly,
I felt like
Tom.
he had the possession. He was doing it.
And that's the way that rules got expanded over the years now.
The
That's
Des
exactly
Bryant
right.
play was semi-similar to this one. He got it even longer. Those are both catches. The Des in that one.
2nd and 4 from the 9. And McCaffrey again. Oh, this time they're waiting for him, Tony.
Yeah, huge stand-up right there by Kansas City. You had to have it as you've been getting worn down. You got to put the onus on Brock Purdy. And a 3rd down here.
A drive that has taken 7 minutes.
So you're going to kick a field goal most likely if you don't get any yards, okay? I'm not saying that's the right thing to do yet. We'll deal with that when it comes. But this is it. 3rd and 4. Use your legs. We saw him use it earlier with that spatial awareness, but you've got to go ahead and get a motion to get your best players off of their best players. Right now, their 2 best defenders are guarding your 2 best wide receivers.
McCaffrey in motion. They fake the handoff to him. Chiefs in on Purdy so fast he had to just unload it. So the drive stalls at the Chiefs' 5-yard line, and it was Chris Jones who really broke up the play, wrecked it.
I want you to watch him. This is for the Super Bowl. Because Chris Jones comes through. Watch on the bottom. Jennings wins for the Super Bowl right down there. But there's no time. Because Chris Jones does it again like he did to Josh Allen in the divisional.
Got a short field goal attempt coming for Moody. And again, it doesn't win it. The Chiefs get a possession. This is 27 yards. He's made 2 from outside 50 today. This is half that distance. From 27 yards, he makes it. 22-19, Niners will kick the football to Mahomes and company when we come back to Las Vegas. So now it's Kansas City's turn, and again, just to refresh your memory on these rules, the first ever postseason game with the postseason overtime rules that have changed. They get a chance now to get the football, go down and kick a field goal. The game continues. If they're stopped, the game is over. They can win it with a touchdown. This McCaffrey did a lot of work on that drive that lasted over a half a quarter, but again, ended at the 5, resulting in a field goal. Drives that one deep in through the back of the end zone. So here you go, Tony. Touchdown drive would win the Super Bowl. You know, they say a generation is 20 years. It's been 20 years.
20 years?
20 years.
I didn't know that.
That's a generation. It's been 20 years since the Patriots went back-to-back, and the Chiefs can accomplish that if they can go 75 yards and score a touchdown and win the game.
Well, you have the right guy to do it. The last time they did it, his name was Tom Brady. The next guy, the opportunity, Patrick Mahomes.
Okay, first play for them goes to Pacheco for 3 yards. Again, a defensive stop or a turnover ends the game.
And this is the advantage you had talked about. Why going second helps. You get that extra down, knowing what you might have to do, right? They go for it on a fourth down if it's right here, where you wouldn't if you got the ball first.
Exactly. Second and 8. Open. It's Rice holding on to it with two hands smartly. He's a yard short.
Yeah, and I thought they'd done a great job. This is very similar, different, just in a subtle way to the end of the fourth quarter, but you cannot be that safe. Get up there on them.
What the hell?
That's going to be fourth down.
That's going to be fourth down, and it comes down to this play. Hargrave and others were there to clog the middle.
Here we go. This is for the Super Bowl. Someone's got to take a timeout. You can't just sit here and do this.
You got 3 each.
Someone's taking a timeout. There's no way.
Got the length of the football to pick it up. Keep this game going.
And he's got to call time.
It is a timeout called. Here is that previous play with Pacheco.
And they tried to get on the ball. As soon as you try and get on the ball quickly, you know on these short yardage situations that you're like, they just want to hurry up and get the first down. That's why everyone loads up, and Hargrave, a huge finish for this game.
You see the way he just grabbed him,
Ragdoll.
threw him back. All right, well, you've worked out since July. You've run play after play, and now you got to come up with a play to pick up a foot to keep your season going.
Purdy's face. The hardest thing is when it's out of your control. You got to stand there on the sideline and trust your teammates and say, come on, guys. This is for your legacy, for your future, for everything. Please, just do it for me. And the problem is you're like, I really wish Patrick Mahomes wasn't over here. But it's 4th and 1 for the Super Bowl for the Niners. Mahomes.
McKinnon comes out, and Pacheco comes in. They're going to attack it from out of the shotgun. With the game on the line.
Gonna jump off sides first.
Mahomes has it. He's easily going to get the first.
Do you really think that you would ever, with a Super Bowl on the line, just say, Patrick, give it to somebody else? He is going to have a two-way run. He's the running back always under a fourth down situation at the end in a pivotal game, a winner go home. Do not ever fall for the running play on a fourth down ever again.
And just in case, he had the guy that he calls a brother, Kelsey, out in front to block and clear the way. First down for Kansas City.
They are as special as it gets.
Another low snap. Pass complete. And that's Valdez Scantling. Oh, man, he's going to lose yardage. Going the wrong way.
Dean, he could have kind of gone down. Am I right? At the first time he would have gotten...
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
Right there,
Tony, after the 5 or 6 yard gain, if he goes down there, but once he disengages, forward progress is over now. Now he's got to create and try to get what he can get.
Yes.
And Patrick can't believe it. It's a loss of 4.
Chris can't believe he didn't go down.
Some of the teammates saying, what are you doing?
Oh, my gosh, this puts him behind the sticks. But 5 guys back here, it's a little safe. They can get something little right away, right in front.
They take advantage of that, Tony. They saw what you saw, and they go right back to Valdez Scantling.
That gets you in a manageable situation, but it's really not a third and manageable. You're automatically in 4-down territory, so you don't need to feel it. If I'm calling it in to the quarterback, I'm telling him, hey, if you get 2 yards, 4 yards, 5 yards, take what they give you. Aggressively take what the defense gives you. Do not have to get the first down on this play.
Mahomes goes over 300 yards with that completion. He's got a 3rd and 6.
They'll come after him, and they've been up in here. I expect them to drop out this time. Oh, they shouldn't have done that.
Up ahead he goes. Rice has the first down, and he's out of bounds at the 40.
I don't know why you did. I love the idea of putting them all up in there and pretending, but why? Mahomes can feel he's played long enough now. He's going to look people off to get the leverage when he wants it, and Mahomes showing why he's so hard to beat. You had a 2nd and long, a 3rd and long. Nope. He erased that in a second.
So they erase, in fact, the 2nd and 14 in 2 plays. So they've converted a 4th and 1 and a 3rd and 7, and they keep on going. Mahomes. thought about heaving it to the end zone. Instead, it's Pacheco for about 4.
Yeah, but if he would have made that throw deep, there's a good chance that would have been intercepted. And he has played so clean, other than the one mistake today in this entire playoffs. He's gone 7 games, Jim, in the postseason without throwing an interception. I mean, it's been incredible. 7 straight postseason games, no INTs until today.
Till the one by Brown on the first drive of the third quarter.
And so he's taken that right back to that approach. That was smart.
2nd and 6. Hardman's in the game at the top. He had that deep pass earlier in the game. Timeout called by San Francisco.
5 guys up there, Jim. All the way back there as if you got an extra. I think Kyle didn't like it. He goes, no. No offense. This is where he's telling Steve, I don't want to go cover 0 because you feel like we got to come after him here. Give me a different play. That's why he did it. And I agree. I'm not doing that right there. It's too easy to see pre-snap.
How scary is it to be that defense and to know if you surrender these last 37 yards, it's a season ender for them and a Super Bowl title for Kansas City.
It's as big a call as you're going to get, but I can promise you, this is not just Steve Wilks, who's called an incredible game. But this is a Kyle Shanahan call right with him. He called timeout, to tell Steve, I want this or do this, or what do you like? And Steve goes, this. Okay, I love it. Let's go. Kyle's not letting this go away after a timeout without him having a major impact on this call.
2nd and 6 from the 37 of the 49ers. Set up a screen for Pacheco. Pacheco is ridden down by Warner. Boy, Warner jumped right on him. They're going to mark him about half foot short.
If this was not for Fred Warner, this might be a touchdown because this was wide open. And it's a great play call because Andy Reid was calling it for a blitz. Warner's instincts save it. Here we go. Oh, 3rd and short.
Inches short.
I don't know. That was close. I thought he might have had it right there, right?
That looks pretty good right there.
That's why I thought it was first.
3rd and a football.
Not a big deal now unless you don't get it.
Go up top. Mahomes cradles it and goes down to the 13-yard line.
You can cut the tension with a knife everywhere. There's both sides of the ball, but I can tell you right now, watch Mahomes. He looks left, looks right, and the rhythm of that, it's so hard because you're not spying on him because he just sprinkles it in from time. But he knows how to win the game. He knows when to be aggressive, when not to be. He's made one mistake in the entire playoffs. That was today. He won't do that again.
He's got 3 tight ends on 1st and 10 from the 13. It's Pacheco. Down to the 10. Niners have to guard these last 10 yards with their life. Steve Wilks, who's called such a great game defensively, having to go against Mahomes, the most unenviable task when Mahomes knows what he must do. 2nd and 7. 10 yards from the win. Mahomes throws it to Kelsey in the middle of the field. Kelsey plowing ahead. Kelsey still on his feet, and I believe he's going to have the 1st and goal to go. Boy, there's a lot of traffic around that football.
I mean, this is an Andy Reid drive special. And the reason for everyone at home why you're not taking a timeout, just so everyone knows, is because it's just the first quarter in overtime. That's how you have to think of it, okay? The reason they're not taking it not because we don't just say at 0, we end the game. It's the end of the first quarter, and you move to the second quarter. That's right, because I can only feel the number of people out there being like, what's going on?
1st and goal. Mahomes flings it. It's there! Hardman! Jackpot! Kansas City!
And this was the Andy Reid special. This was the Andy Reid special we talked about. He was saving all day. He's going to fake a motion to go across. And at that moment, he turns and goes back Hardman, who they didn't have, right? And they go get Hardman and bring him back. And the game-winning drive of Mahomes' career
wants to save his remarks for the victory platform. The 7th longest game in the history of the NFL was one of the most memorable ones as well. And the Chiefs, you're going to hear a lot about it. You might as well say it right now. They have their dynasty.
Yes. They absolutely do.
Tracy, down to you.
Patrick, back-to-back Super Bowls for the first time in 20 years. 3 in 5 years. I can see it with your celebration. How meaningful is this one to you?
It means a ton. Just the adversity we dealt with this year, and to come through, the guys never faltered. I just got to give God the glory, man. He challenged us to make us better, and I'm proud of my guys, man. This is awesome. It's legendary.
Tell us what happened on that final touchdown. What was the call?
The call is different, but it's like the same exact motion as corn dog, and we brought it back at the right time. Coach Reed's he's a legend, man. He'll do that. And McCole Hardman, man, battling through adversity this year, being in that moment and making that play, that's special.
So is it a dynasty now?
Yeah, it's the start of one. We're not done. I know we're going to celebrate tonight, celebrate the Parade Wednesday, Kansas City, but we're not done. We got a young team. We'll keep this thing going.
Go enjoy it. Congratulations.
With the touchdown pass, Mahomes ends up with 333 yards. Why is that significant? This stadium's address is 3333 Al Davis Way. He's never lost in this building. And they win it by 3 on this touchdown throw to McCole Hardman, who started the season as a Jet.
Jim, I want you to know this was an incredible call. What they did, Andy Reid right here, and Mahomes' eyes holding people inside. You cannot look at Mahomes' eyes. Watch this right here. Pause that. Right there. See this motion? As soon as that happens, Ward's eyes go to the next guy inside. And at that point, he's out leveraged. You have to time that motion perfectly where you could hide him behind. Andy Reid, that was a perfect call, and Mahomes looking inside. It's so hard to beat those guys, and the Niners players are good, but the Chiefs are the standard. It takes everything. You got to go take it. That's why I said you might need to go for it on that 4th and 4.
So we have our first back-to-back champion since the Patriots back in 03-04. You know, when we were talking this week, we had Kelsey and Mahomes together on our production meeting, and they said if we win this one, trust me, we're talking about three-peat around here. They know history, they know legacy, and there's more they want to achieve. You could hear that in the comments by Patrick to Tracy just a moment ago.
Do you remember when I asked, because I knew this as a player, when I played, Jim, the one thing you want is to do something no one's ever done before. No one's ever gone perfect. Oh, nope, the Dolphins did it. Has anybody ever had 3 in a row? 3 Super Bowls. Nobody ever. Once you get 2, it's possible. Now that you get to do something historic, like you said.
Mahomes undoubtedly is going to be the MVP for the 3rd time at the Super Bowl. Tom Brady the most with 5. Mahomes now joins Montana with the 2nd most with 3.
What a game, partner. I loved it being with you.
That was just an awesome time, pal. Love the season.
I love you.
Pal, love you. Heartbreak again in the Super Bowl for Shanahan and the Niners. The Chiefs beat both #1 seeds of the postseason, Baltimore and San Francisco, and they are the Super Bowl champions. Coming up, the Verizon Super Bowl postgame show and the presentation of the Vince Lombardi Trophy. You have been watching Super Bowl 58. We'll join James Brown right after this. Kansas City is the world champion again.